And so I'm sort of curious on a couple things. First one is, why did you do this?
Well, it's interesting. About, I don't know, year and a half ago, I've always enjoyed coaching, teaching, the elements of that. There's some level of fulfillment to take what's in your brain and from others and to try to help others. I think you do the same thing. There's a level of fulfillment with that. And so the genesis of it, Chris, was just the coaching, the teaching. I needed an outlet. You know, I felt like I needed more than just my day job.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids are, I'm an empty nester, and my wife has a successful business. And so Saturdays were, fairly open. So that's what happened.
Okay. And so you started with some friends, some connections, but it's grown into much more than that now. Like, tell me some of the cool highlights, just quick short version, but some of the highlights that you didn't expect.
Probably the biggest thing is just the type of people and stories. I mean, your buddy the other day, the door gunner. I mean, Bill Clement, Jerry O'Brien, and Jordan. The diversity of them. If you lined them all up, if you brought them in, which we'll never do. But I was thinking about this the other day. I think there's about 20, including yourself. If you lined them all up and you started looking at the demographics of the different CEOs, all the way down to entrepreneurs, and all the way to marketing folks and the keynote speakers, and the diversity and the amount that I've learned from it, I think it's going to blow up even more.
Yeah, well, you do a great job of pulling out the stories, telling the story. What I like about this show versus a lot of different podcasts is you want to get to know the individual,
Right.
And then you want to tell the story, and it's also kind of multi-generational. I know we have young people listening. They get to learn from an older generation, but we've had some younger people on that are teaching the older generation. So it's pretty exciting. So, I mean, where do you see this going?
I don't know, have a clue. I mean, that's the cool thing about it. I'm not making any money. I don't have any pressure. You don't get paid. I don't get paid. Paul doesn't get paid. We haven't gotten into the monetizing side of it. I really don't have a desire for that. I mean, if it leads to that and we can make some bucks, sure. But I don't know where it's headed. I can tell you that the way it's evolved, what I'm seeing before my own eyes, and you too, because you're involved in everything I do, the people are coming to us now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's starting to blossom. Folks like, Jerry O'Brien last week or whatever that was, I started looking at his network, and I had a lady tell me over the phone, she's like, well, if Jerry was on your podcast, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So it just gives you that instant credibility. So where's it going? I think we could get some heavy hitters eventually.
Well, let me help with that. So what I think is super cool is the content. Like you said, we've been lucky. It's been incredible. I hear feedback from people that it's like every episode, there's something to learn. And, we're hitting people from all different angles. And so kind of the short commercial really that I kind of like to put in here is, one, if you're not listening, listen. Second is, as you listen to a few, if you feel like you have the content that our listeners could value, let us know, man. We'd love to talk to you. We'd like to get you on the show. And then third, man, we need your help. You've got to share the shows. You got to share the episodes. You got to talk about them. This all kind of just builds by networking.
Why are you inspired? What's your inspiration? Everybody has a story. Everybody has something that gets them up in the morning and gets them fired up. And then we look for nuggets that I can share and pull out of these folks. And sometimes it's not easy. If you listen to the show, I have to pull out and extract the nuggets. But we try to deliver results in terms of nuggets, so deliverables for the audience. So when they get done, hey, I learned this, A, B, C, D, and that's my goal, is to have fun, get to know people, and then deliver some nuggets and some content, because I don't want to just get on there and chit chat. So I think if we keep delivering that content, it's going to continue on. So that's my goal.
Well, let's wrap this up. It's awesome to get to hang out with you, and it's a fun journey. And like I said, listen, share, and let us know if you know somebody or you'd like to be on.